real lucky I'm going here. I'm not like purposely saying their name, but...
And you numpties know who you are.
Oh, you know who you are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emily Carpenter, aka The Carpenters, possibly related to Sabrina Carpenter and John Carpenter, the horror movie director. Ancestors all the way from Sheep's Combe, England from the 1800s. And this is...
And I'm the enigmatic Antichrist, Caswell Shaw. And I'm certainly not related to the Antichrist. That's just a moniker that I'm maintaining in the intro of all of our podcasts up until now. And why not? Because this is episode 6 and I got a 666 written on my shirt because of the novelty. And besides, at this point, I might as well kick in the joke while I can, because it's going to be a far stretch down the road if we ever make it to 666 episodes. God willing, of course, if we actually make it to 100, but we'll see where time will tell us. And this is episode 6 of the Em&Cas Vodcast.
Yes, and we will come up with a title for it later on.
Yep, right now, you know what? It's just, that kind of thing just makes me feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? Because we've had this trend the last 2 episodes where we've actually inadvertently came up with like alliterations for our titles. Like episode 4 was Maixsell and Making Out, and episode 5 was Deviantly Desperate Drama. So it's like episode 6.
Damn it, 6 shitty ways of being fired. I don't know.
Bunch of shitty stories that has happened to not just Emily, but myself included. Because for about 3 episodes out of the 6 that are currently uploaded, 3 of the 5 episodes that are currently uploaded, where Emily has taken the floor about her experiences and obviously compare her life to mine. Her life is much more interesting because of the amount of hell and turmoil that she's been through. And now it's my turn to take the friggin' floor.
To rant and grovel. Exactly, because I apparently yak, and apparently you have a boring life compared to mine. You beg to differ.
Okay, fine.
You beg to disagree. All right, elaborate. Tell the audience about your melodramatic experiences.
Yes,
I'll shut up.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I hate 2015 with a blind passion. A lot of people in this world would say 2016 was bad because the multitude of celebrities that passed away. God rest their souls. 2017 was just as bad because of also much of situations that have occurred, and for the allotment of time we already have for this episode, it's already too much to mention, and I'll just leave it at that.
Along with Aretha Franklin, who recently passed away this year.
Oh, moment of silence. Okay, all right then. A little bit of respect for those have fallen. So, I'm going to go into 2 times where I was supposed to be in university projects, student films in this case, and to my fellow independent actors out there, if you so happen to watch this episode, please heed my words in what I'm about to say. So, here's the first of 2 abysmal projects that I had the pleasure of not being associated with. So the first one was supposedly this pilot for I guess an episode for TV, but it wasn't really going on TV. It was more of I guess you could call it a short film in a sense, but more of an episodic style way of writing. And so this girl posted on a Ryerson Facebook group about a casting call. So I threw my hat in the ring, obviously, as I would. This was obviously before I was signed to a principal talent agency, so I was just finding work wherever I went. And she managed to get back to me within a certain period of time. She liked my headshot. She was blown away by the amount of work that I had on my resume, and don't even get me started on my demo reel. Apparently, when people look at my demo reel, I'm a god among men as an actor. Obviously, I don't say that with any ego whatsoever. It's not an egotistical thing.
Or arrogance.
Or arrogant thing to say when people have really said for me, and that's really saying a lot because I've made a lifetime based on low expectations, but that's a different story. So she was already impressed, and then she just continued to sing my high praises. So then I asked her, I'm really glad that you like my stuff, so when do you want me to audition? And she's like, no audition, you've got the part. And I'm like, that was easy. She sent me over the script subsequently, and I didn't get back to her immediately because I was already coming home, and by the time I would see it, I was already underground, and by the time I would get back home, that was when I would read it. But even then, it was around 9:30, so I wanted to give myself some time to eat dinner, go to sleep, and then I would read it in the morning. So I read the script the following morning. I really liked it. It was really hilarious. Obviously, you could tell because it was a comedy style. So think Big Bang Theory and Two and a Half Men, but at the same time, nothing like sex related, but just the comedy is there. That's all you need to know. It's a sitcom, right? And so yeah, I finish the script. I get back to her, and then I get this weird email maybe 2 hours later saying that she's already had a full cast. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, why the hell did you tell me I have the role if you're going to cast someone else? And let me tell you something about
That would piss me off.
Yeah, it friggin' pissed me off to no end. So
You've been
imagine how I
replaced.
felt. Yeah, I've been replaced. And
Yeah.
she didn't have the courtesy to tell me.
That would bother me.
Yeah, so anyway, I was like, okay, well, can I at least try out for another character? Or what? What's the deal? What do you want to do with me? Is there another project that you want me to try out for? Because you already said you like me, so what was the point in saying all of that if you're already going to go in a different direction? That just shows, number one, you're not professional. Number two, you couldn't have the f***ing courtesy to keep track as to who sent an email, and if you actually like the actor for a certain role, because in an email, you really want to make sure that you specify what character you want to apply for. So I was applying for this timid guy. Timid. Obviously, that would fit my description as a character. And the other male character was a big misogynist, and let's just say he treated women like objects.
Yes, I've had that experience, which I will share in another episode later on with many, many different characters that have treated me as a misogynist would. Anyway, continue on. Go on.
Foreshadowing, ladies and gentlemen. So, this misogynistic character pretty much treats women they were living with like shit.
Like dirt.
Yeah.
Garbage, trash, whichever you want to call it.
That's the name of the episode. So I don't mind giving you this, giving you the plot because it's been like, what, 3 years now? So who the hell cares? So basically it was revolved around like game night, and it was pinned guys versus girls, the obligatory battle of the sexes type of a story. And let's just say it was contested on a game of Risk. And the girls decimated the guys. And let's just say loser packs up their bags and gets their asses kicked out of the apartment. So,
Sounds horrifying.
oh yeah. In theory it is, but the girls won. And so the guy who was basically a misogynistic, sanctimonious SOB got his ass kicked out. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, he deserved it. But then as another twist, my character also got his ass kicked out, and I'm like, okay, if you wanna make a comedy of how girls rule, sure, I'm all for it. But at the same time, why? I'm like, sure. I have my comedic moments here as like, what? You're kicking me out too? But I didn't do anything to you. Oh, no, you're a guy. Get the hell out of here.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that was like something I could really sink my teeth into. But unfortunately, my fangs were not strong enough for that piece of rock where I just had that rock thrown in my face saying, yeah, we like you, but we like these other people better. Which is basically what that was. So that was my first horrible experience in acting. The second one was an actual short film. And this was where I was thinking, wow, God really hates me in these couple of weeks, because how do you expect two projects you apply for back to back also kick you out in the same sense? And this time I'll just cut right to the chase. I'll excuse the bullshit and say that emailed, they like me, no audition, cast for my demo reel because apparently I can act, so hats off to me. And then they tell me that they did this photo shoot with another actor who had the same role I did, but they just forgot to update their schedule.
What the hell? What the hell? That is so unprofessional. Why not just make you audition and give you the role that way and not kick you out? That would be better, right?
At this point, I would have welcomed the audition, because if you're going to do that shit twice, it just shows that you're lazy to actually find who's good enough you're actually just going to go to the email and find which character or which person best suits the role. Instead of doing that, you're just going to find the first person who actually sends you a gosh darn email.
Oh my goodness.
So I actually go to this set because apparently, according to the person I was emailing with, gave me another role that another actor couldn't do. Wow. So there's a silver lining, right?
Okay.
So I go to this set, and again, these were also university students, another short film. So, well, Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing again, expecting different results. So I did the same thing and was expecting another result, and the same thing happened. So I guess I must be freaking insane, and I don't know it.
Oh my God.
So I go to the set, and wouldn't you know it, I was greeted by a woman who I assume was either the director or the assistant director.
Interesting.
And she tells me that the roles that I had that was supposed to be for, again, were already filmed 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
The scene that I was supposed to film that Friday, they've already done 2 weeks ago.
That would piss me off.
And no one had the courtesy to tell me dick about it.
I'd be like, well, do you suffer from short-term memory loss or something? That's what I would have said to them. Wouldn't you have said to them?
At this point, I just blew my lid, and I'm like, you know what? This is the second project that I've experienced where you guys have told me nothing. You guys are...
Third project, wasn't it?
No, second.
Second. Oh, that's
yes, this is the second project.
Okay.
So this is the second project where you've pretty much shown you're absolutely incapable of communication. You have absolutely no idea what you're doing.
You're a complete airhead.
And the fact that you're actually in the film industry, when you have actors coming to you for a certain role and you're not even going to give me an audition, you're just going to hand me the role, hand me the script, make sure that I'm properly memorized, which I did for both scripts. Keep that in mind. And you're going to tell me I can't film either or? To hell with you, to hell with your stupid projects. I hope you do nothing with it.
And piss off.
And I just walked off the set.
You said that to them? To hell with you? To hell with your project? You said
No, I didn't say that. I'm just like, I can't accept that level of professionalism. And if you're going to send me a script and not have me act when you've already done it and you didn't tell me, I'm not working with people like you.
What'd they say back?
She was stunned silence.
Really?
And like I was trying my hardest not to make a scene. I pulled her aside and I figured she was the one in charge, and I just let her have it.
Wow.
Like I wasn't having it, and I just walked out.
I would have. That would have pissed me off right there, dead left and center.
So yes, to all you independent actors, of course, that would be a gigantic middle finger. And yes, I do know that you would have that situation a lot worse. You would handle it much more differently, and you would have been more assertive. I take it.
What do you think I would have done? If you want to imitate me, be our guest for our audience. Be my guest. Be my guest. No, up for the challenge. You're an actor. Are you up for the challenge? You can imitate me. What do you think I'd say to them? Tell the audience right now.
You're gonna call me out on camera.
Yeah.
Fine.
Tell the audience. Do it. You're my guest. Do it. Be my guest.
All right. Let's see how close I get to how you would have talked to them. Okay, you know what? I don't give a shit about your project. If you're not going to tell me anything, I could care less for what you guys do. If you have another project, I wouldn't want to work for you, even if my life depended on it. Even if you were going to pay me, I wouldn't take it because of your immature, self-absorbed ways of handling your actors. If you can't keep track of who you want to work with compared to who actually wants to work with you, you're not going to survive in the acting world. So
have a nice life.
Have a nice life. Sawed off and good riddance. Go dill your belly.
That was a good one. That was good. That was a very good imitation. Have you got it out of your system now? Have you got it out of your chest?
You know what?
You release that pent-up anger.
I feel so much better.
Good. That was therapy. That was therapeutic. Clap on the back. Kudos to Caswell for imitating me and taking up my offer. Kudos to Caswell. That was brilliant. Sawed off. Have a nice life. I love that. The British thing at the end. I might not have actually done sawed off. That was for comedic purposes.
I know you also wouldn't have said dill your belly.
No, that was comedic purposes, obviously, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, moving right along.
All right, I'm done, and now I'm going to let my co-host Emily take the floor because she has an equally shitty story of her home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like, unfortunately, and yeah, like Emily, you can also blame me for this, that we went over our time limit, but
Yeah, 15 minutes.
we will make sure that you get part 2, hopefully sometime later in the week, if you want to just keep it on Monday, or you want to upload part 2 on Friday? Or?
I think we'll have maybe one part on Monday, and then the next Monday we'll have a part 2 every Monday, not Friday. We'll keep it to Mondays.
Okay,
keep
just a weekly thing. Okay.
Yes, Monday.
So part 1 will be on Monday, part 2 will be on the subsequent Monday, and then we will continue working on the episodes that we have scheduled. It's just the one time where we have
every Monday instead of the bi-weekly Monday, every second Monday.
Where we have a lengthy episode. We want to make sure that you get as much out of it as possible, so that way you are not only informed by what we say, but you're also entertained.
And we hold your attention spans for as long as possible.
Yes.
Exactly.
All the attention span.
Yes, thank you so much. Subscribe and share. This has been the Em&Cas Vodcast, and we will stay tuned. Instagram @EmilyCOfficial.
Instagram Caswell Shaw.
Thank you.
Stay classy.